In this video, I'm going to show you how to become successful on Poshmark by showing you step by step my process on a daily basis to make those daily sales. Keep watching.
Nikpikthrift, nikpikthrift, nikpikthrift.
Hey y'all, my name is Nikki. I own and operate nikpikthrift. And what I do is I like to go to places like various thrift stores, yard sales, the bins, which is the Goodwill outlet, and that's just where you pay by the pound and you get the leftover items that Goodwill couldn't get rid of. I also like to pick, for my own house, and I just want to show you what I do on a daily to make those daily sales. Granted, sometimes they're not the best of sales, but I'm ultimately always making a profit. So anything that I can find on the low and sell it on the high, I'm there, guys. I'm there. Y'all sales slow down? I mean, it might have slowed down a tad bit, but we're talking about daily sales. On average, I do normally make at least a sale a day. There's not really a lot of days that I go a no sales day. Now, granted, I have had no sales days and I have had them back to back to back. But the overall picture of it is that I do make sales on an average daily. It's usually a little more, but we're just gonna say on average on the safe side. I do accept a lot of low offers. Not everything that you pick up is going to be a home run. I've been reselling for 3 years. I do continue to stay up with the trends. I do try to also implement my style into it, not only what is trending. So that's why for my business model, it works for me to sell all items. Plus, I like the variety of customers that I get because I have such a wide variety of items. I also do consign for a client. She is my best friend, and we split it 50-50 after fees. She's brought me a lot of good items, and items that I would have walked past at the thrift store, but they sold for a higher price. As we jump over here into the computer screen, as I do a screen share with you guys, I just want to show you how, step by step, I make sales on the daily. Okay, when I wake up in the morning, guys, what I do is I go in and make me a cup of coffee. I then go to my living room. I light up a not so healthy habit, and I turn on my phone. I go straight to Poshmark. So in my Poshmark newsfeed, as you can see, I have some Chrome extensions up here. If you click on the one with the circle and the coat hanger, you'll have something populate right here. It's a drop-down menu. I have go over here into the actions. They have offer watcher, send bulk offers, bulk pricing update, activity returner, relist, and delist. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start the part where I'm going to, I try to relist or delist 45 items a day. So you click on that, you go down to where, how many ever days, you want it to be at least 60 days for Poshmark to kind of psych the Poshmark algorithm out, and they'll think it's a new listing instead of just automatically just thinking you're updating one. So I always do it a minimum of 60 days. The maximum, I don't put anything because that goes all the way to all the listings in your closet. You can relist or delist 45 items at a time, no more than 100 items a day. So I go in here and I make sure it says 45. I press start. It says you relisted started. You can now close the pop-up window. As you can see, it says running, and then it says starting relist delist process. It says the time, and it says fetching items. So as that's running, I go back up in the same tab under actions, and I do activity returner. And I usually only do this about once every 3 days. But I click on, I click shares and follows, and I click 3 things. So for every item that somebody shared of mine, I will share 3 of theirs. And then it also follows the people who have followed me within that time frame. So you just click on the date right here, go from the 6th to the 9th, click off of it. And I always put the speed at medium, and then you're going to click start right there. So right now I have 2 processes going at the same time, so that saves so much time. And I've always said from the beginning, since I started reselling, that time is money. So as that's running, I go over here to the follow tab. I press on the follow tab, and I always put 500 in this box right here where it says fresh closets. That's how many fresh closets that I'm getting ready to follow, and I just press add and it goes into queue down here. Right here it says just joined. I also put in 500. I press add and that puts that one into queue. So as that's doing that, I'm usually on my phone in the mornings when I check, and right now I'm doing it on the laptop. But I always go into my news feed in the morning time and I click on offers, because let me give you guys a little tip. If you go into offers, and you're gonna have so many different, well, I do, as you can see, I have so much activity of different things. So I automatically just scroll down because it saves me time. I scroll down and I pass up all the Poshmark logos right here, and I automatically look for a profile picture. So right here's a profile picture. So I know from experience, it's going to be one of 3 things. It's either going to be an offer that someone sent to me that I liked one of their items. It's going to be somebody accepting my offer that Posher VA sent over the middle of the night. Or it's going to be a purchase. So, and right here you see this picture right here, and it just says she declined it. So she was responding back to my Posher VA offer. So I'm gonna keep scrolling, and here's another picture. Somebody offered me a private discount of something that I liked a long time ago. So I just keep scrolling down. Here's 2 profile pictures. Somebody was offering me, something. Somebody lowered the price of something I liked. Somebody responded back to an offer that my Posher VA had sent for me. So I'm gonna keep scrolling down until I reach, usually around the 20-hour mark. Well, that's what all I'm looking for is that picture. As I said, I don't have to look at every single thing. I can just do a quick scroll, and whichever one has a profile picture, I know to at least take a glance at to make sure it's somebody not accepting an offer or sending me an offer. If you're on your phone, it'll be under the 3 bars on your right, and if you're on a laptop, it'll be under your profile picture. You're going to click on that, and you're going to go down to sales. And I just look if I had any sales overnight, because when you do make a sale, it usually comes up as the Poshmark logo, so therefore I'm not really paying attention, and then I don't know that I made a sale, and I end up not shipping it out, honestly. So I go over here to my sales, and I just see what sold that I didn't know about. Here's a bundle of 4 that I sold that's not shipped out yet. Here's a vintage, that finger hook coat. I've had that for a year. I'm so glad that sold. I remember the thrift haul that I did, just a bag sale, and my cost of goods that time I think was 89 cents. And this sold for 25 bucks. I had it listed for 38. Somebody sent me an offer of 25, and I was happy to accept it. Also, guys, I do have I'll leave a link down below in the comment section of the link for Posher VA if you want to give it a try. They have saved me so much time, really. I don't have to share. I still, from time to time, will share my closet if I feel like it's a little dead. Like I need a little bit more movement on my page. I will share a couple, most at max 200 items. And it's barely that. Yeah, I hardly ever share my own closet anymore. Posher VA, this is not sponsored, but they have really saved my time. They're probably one of the most, besides my storage unit, they're one of the most important things that I have in my business right now. I remember there was a time whenever I first started, and I was so scared of the whole bot thing because it was a big stigma back then. And you were under the impression that if Poshmark thought you had a bot that they would yank your account. So I was always, when I first started, I was always scared to like get a bot, but now that it's not such a stigma and I have one, it's wonderful. Like my fingertips used to be so sensitive. Like I shared my closet so many times. I shared my closet by myself all the way till I had like 1,700 listings. They just do daily tasks for me there that saves me so much anguish up here. I have to give them a big thank you for the time that they gave back to me. This right here, guys, will give me activity throughout most of the day. So I remain active usually all day long. And even whenever I'm on there, because I'm on there looking too, so that gives me a little bit more activity. And it might be lower sales, but for the month, this is the current month. So this is from July 1st to the current, which is the 9th. I've sold 31 items. That's decent. You know, on average, you know, as you can see, I've made a sale every day since the 1st. It might have only been $26, but the next day I made $124. And then the next day I made $40. And then the next day $25, $30, $66, $76, $37, $75. You know, I do make decent sales. They're not the best. And after fees, you know, sometimes can be a little rough. And I feel like if I could just step up my game a little bit more on this and be able to list more items and maybe buy higher end items, you know, not high end items, but something worth a little bit more. That way I can have a higher ASP. If you don't know what that is, that's average sales price. And I just want to step up my game a little bit. So, okay, this is actually what was put in my bank account after fees for the month of July. Last month was a little harder on me, I think. I think last month was a little slow for me. We're going to go back and see. Let's see. So totally this year, I've made $10,630 since January the 1st. That's not what I put in my bank account, but that's, you know, what I gross. Yeah, these insights aren't that bad. Could they be better? Yes. But they're I'm not that unhappy with them. I was a lot more unhappier with them until I just looked at it. Like, it's not that bad. I just need to plan and execute and budget better. That's what I need to do. So there you go, guys. There's my process on how I make daily sales on Poshmark, even in this economical summer slowdown that we're all going through. Sometimes you have to take lower offers. Just always make sure that you feel comfortable with it. As long as you're comfortable with it, then it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You're allowed to have your own business model. It doesn't have to be like mine. I just wanted to show and share how this chica makes sales on the daily. So with all that being said, same time, same place, same pretty little face. Bye, y'all.